Hi everybody, this is Sandy Reese with Stampacrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for joining us for our June card class. This is the same card class that we're doing tonight in person. And just a quick reminder that when you spend $50 online with me, you are going to get a kit of these projects for free. So you're going to get 6 cards sent in the mail for free, and you're going to earn your own rewards, which is awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So click subscribe if you want to watch future videos, and we're going to get started. So the theme of our card class today is kind of florals. We hadn't done just florals in a while, so florals are great because they're very versatile. They can be used for birthdays, thank yous, get wells, wedding, anniversary, any occasion. So when we have card class, I kind of leave it open so everyone can use different sentiments for whatever their needs are. So we are going to start out with our first 2 cards. We're going to use the beautiful gallery suite. So this is one of our mega suites. This is some samples. We have 2 stamp sets. So the Gallery Blooms will be using these florals, but they don't have sentiments. So we'll be using sentiments from the Beautiful Motifs stamp set. We'll be using these dies. We'll also be using the embossing folder, our embellishments and some ribbon, and a little bit of the designer paper. Okay, on our 3rd card, I kind of ventured out and did a little more of a brighter card with the first 2 have more muted tones, and then we're going to go for a more bright sunny card for our last one. Okay, so let's get started with our first card. We are using Basic Beige and Basic Black. So our card base is Basic Beige, and then we have a layer of black. And then I have a little strip of this, one of the designer paper pieces. It has the landscape on one side and then this pretty kind of sketch floral pattern in the background. We have this, and then this is what we're going to stamp our nice big, I think it's a peony. I'm not going to say for sure. I don't think it's a rose. To me it looks like a peony. But we're going to ink this up with Memento and stamp this. This is just kind of a scrap piece of paper. Okay. And then we're going to take this die and die cut that. And I've already done one just to save a little time to get started. And on here we're going to stamp, we're going to do a wedding card for this one. So I'm going to stamp Celebrate on the front, just down kind of at the bottom right. And then for the inside it says, wishing you love and happiness that lasts a lifetime. So this could also be for anniversary, but I think it's a perfect wedding card. You can always use wedding cards. Okay. And then I'm going to re-ink this, and we're going to do stamp the inside real quick just to make that pretty. Oh, I got a little bit, I have an ink on my finger already. And then let's do our envelope. I'll do a little stamp here just to make the envelope pretty. Okay, that's it for our stamping. I'm going to grab a sand eraser and just take care of this little smudge right here. Like, the camera's gonna shake, I apologize. These sand erasers just kind of take off that little top layer. So if you have a very faint mark, you can take that off. See, can't even see it. All right, so this is a simple, very quick and simple card, which I like to do for card class because we're making 6 of them. So we don't have time for really super elaborate cards. But I do try to do a little fun fold or something else during card class. All right, we're going to just adhere these to the black and make sure we have the nice little thin border all the way around. We're going to take some of this beautiful basic beige ribbon and we're just going to tape this around the seam. I'm just going to use that. Okay, this side. And then we're going to adhere this to our card front. Just like that. I don't think I burnished that very straight. There we go, that's a little better. We're going to grab our flower, make sure all the little pieces are poked out, and we'll use some dimensionals to pop this up. We'll do one more right there. This is just, to me, it's very elegant. We're going to use our pressed flower motifs. I'm just going to use a large and a small. We have two different sizes, just to add a little texture. And that is it for our first card. Isn't that gorgeous? And if you wanted to use Wink of Stella and glitter up your flowers, you could do that. But I think it's just perfect and elegant as it is for a wedding card with our stamped envelope. Okay, we are going to, let's clean our stamps really quick because we're going to have this ready for card class so I don't have to keep running up and down the stairs, which sometimes I do because my studio's upstairs and we have classes downstairs. Okay, so we're going to move on to our second project. We're using the same bundle, and my color scheme in this one is Lost Lagoon, and I actually cased this from a swap I received on the Orlando trip. And but I changed it up a little bit. I changed up my a little bit of the colors, but I just thought this was a gorgeous card. So our base is Lost Lagoon. Then I've already embossed the another piece of Lost Lagoon with the coordinating. I want to say it's called Damask Designs embossing folder. I always do this ahead of time for everyone just to save time. The more time I can save, the better. Okay, we're going to do a little stamping now before we do anything else. This is one of the designer papers. I just think that is the coolest design, but we're going to use this cloud cover piece on the back because it gives us some texture, but it's not, but it's still light enough that we can stamp sentiments on it. All right, let me grab a sentiment. I'm going to do, I'm here for you always. And this could be thinking of you or a sentiment. It's right there. And then, what's the words I wanted to use? You've been on my mind. Where, I think that might be in my other one. I have them all over the place. No, I don't know where it is. So, we're just going to leave it blank for now for inside. I'm here for you always. That could be a lot of different things. All right, so I'm doing that with Secret C, and then I've already die cut a couple images with the Secret C cardstock out of the die set. Make sure all my little pieces are popped out. Well, I can't seem to hold on to that. Not sure why. Okay, so I've cut this little sprig and this little leaf. Right, and then we're going to grab our Lost Lagoon ink And we're going to use 2 of the Florals from the stamp set on this piece of white. Just like that. Aren't those pretty? And we are going to die cut these. I did not do this ahead of time, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. Let's get it lined up. That one there. That one right there. Let's see. I'm going to just put a piece of tape right there to hold them both down. Run this through the die cutter. Sorry for the shaking. That's what happens when your camera stand is on the table and not the wall. Maybe one day we'll remedy that, but don't anyone hold your breath, because I don't know when we're gonna have time to do that. Okay, we are ready to assemble now, and I can just stamp this later, the inside. Going to adhere the designer paper to the front. I'm going to put this down just a little bit, not in the center, but down lower of center. And I am going to adhere this leaf first. A little bit of liquid glue, just a little bit. It's got little cutouts in it, so you want to make sure you don't put too much. You don't want it to squeeze out. And I'm going to put that one kind of going that way. And then a little glue on this one. Not much. This is going to go out this way. Then I'm going to glue down this one. This is going to go right kind of between the two, like that. And then we're going to pop up this flower. 1, 2, 3. And just kind of layer over this however you want. All right, then I have a piece of linen thread. So it's kind of long. I think it's 14 inches. I'm going to cut in half, so I have 2 7-inch pieces. And I'm going to just keep them double and tie them in a bow. So we have a little double bow, linen thread, and then you can trim off the ends if you need to. And let's grab a glue dot. Glue dots are a little bit big, so I'm going to kind of squish it down a bit, put it on the flower, and then put that on directly. Then I could use the pressed flower motifs, but I think for this one we're going to use the antique pearls just to help break up some of that Lost Lagoon coloring. And I'm going to do a large, then a medium, and a small. Get one of each size since we have 3 sizes. And that's it. Isn't that pretty? I love this card. Okay, that is card number 2. We could also do a little stamping. Go ahead and do a little bit of the floral. What's gonna be, I'm gonna do, see if we can do this one without with just getting the one flower. just like that. All right, I'm going to try that on our envelope as well. Oh man. Let's try it again. I didn't press it hard enough. Hold on, I'm trying to get it centered. I don't know if that's perfect. There we go. Close enough. Close enough, right? Okay. Let's clean off our stamps. Okay. Press that down. All right, let's get to our third project. We are going to use the Pretty Floral Stamp Set. This is from another Mega Suite. Let me find it here. I'm pretty sure. Where are you? There we are. It's from the Florals in Bloom Suite Collection. Aren't those beautiful? We're going to use the Pretty Florals. Now I don't have this set yet. I do plan to get it, but I do have the Pretty Florals, and since this doesn't have any sentiments, I'm just using these little floral sentiments from the Year of Flowers. This is an online exclusive, but it has some really cute little sentiments, and I love the mixed font on this too. All right, so we're gonna do a fun fold with this card. All right, I've already done little die cutting to save time. So this is a card that's cut 4 1/4 by 11, and then I cut it 2 1/8 inches down to the score line. So I've cut this flap off, and then I used some of it and cut this down a little bit more. I'll post, if you purchase this month, you're going to get a PDF of the instructions and measurements. So I've cut this down so I didn't waste it. I'm going to use it, and I just had to cut a little off of each end. And we are going to adhere this down. This is one of our online exclusive embossing folders. It goes with the celebratory Sips bundle, I think. I love that bundle. Our inside is a bubble bath. And then I have a piece of this designer paper that goes with the suite. And it has the big blooms, but I wanted this one. It has the colors I wanted, plus it has this flower here, which I've die cut. And then I've die cut the inside from the Blackberry Bliss. We're going to use just a little bit of glue to glue this down. Just little dots, little bits. Okay. So the trick is to get this lined up. And what it really does, kind of these little spikes kind of go in between the petals, and that's how you line it up. And then I have die cut a leaf, and I might just glue that to the back of the flower, and we'll pop it all up together. And then I have it come down a little bit. Okay, let's grab our ink and sentiments. And I'm going to do on the banner on the front that says, "Hope your day blooms with happiness." I just think that's pretty. Okay. All right. And then for the inside, we're going to do happy birthday. although I do have some florals. This is one of the floral images. So we are going to attempt to do a pretty floral. I'm going to stamp off once right there. Let's stamp that, and then we have our little inside. Okay, oh, that's so pretty. And then we're going to do happy birthday right here. Just like that. Then you still have a little bit of room to write. I know some of us just want to be able to sign our names and not have to write anything. So there you go. All you have to do is, you know, happy birthday, have a good day, love you, and sign your name. Okay, close that up. We're going to flag the end of this. That's probably not real straight. I'm going to try one more time. We're going to have one more try, and then we'll pick the best one. Okay. I'm going to aim that one down a little bit. Oh, I put it too far down. Okay, we're going to go with this one. Oh, I could try for 2 out of 3, but I don't have another strip cut here right in front of me. So we're going to just go with this. All right. We're going to adhere this right to the center. Okay. Let's move that out of the way. I have a bad habit of getting my thumb in the ink. Then we're going to pop this one up with some dimensionals. I don't know where my dimensionals went. Let's just grab these. We'll just grab a couple big pieces and put a little piece on our leaf. You just want to keep everything within the parameters of the card, so you don't want it to go down past here. All right, and then we have, these are new, and I think they're so pretty. Just like our purple gems, these are Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. And we have 3 colors, and then these are really clear, so they could go with anything. I'm going to use the Pretty in Pink, the softer. And I'm just going to do a large and a small, just like that. Or you could use these clear ones. Those would look pretty too. Either way, I'm going to go with the pink, but these are super pretty. All right. I love embellishments. I must have them all. And usually a couple packs at all times, just in case. You never know when you need an extra embellishment. And then we can, let's go ahead and decorate our envelope. Whoop, look out. Stamp off once. Sticking to me. And close enough. All right. Gorgeous cards this month. Now this would also be pretty for get well or wedding, whatever you wanted to do. I love it. You could even close this, glue these 2 sides, don't stamp anything there. Put an extra card in there, and then that could be a gift card holder too. So you can do a little card to pull out and then put a little gift card in there. Super pretty. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's projects. Here are our cards all together. So if you'd like to get a kit of these that you could make at home, just place an online order of at least $50 in merchandise. Make sure that you order through me on the link to get the cards. And then don't forget our sweets are half off. So if you, our sweets and sweet products are half off. So if you love the gallery blooms and the beautiful motifs, you can buy one of these bundles, get the second one for half off. You have to be strategic because the lesser price is going to be half off. So this would be a great bundle to get. Same with this one. If you love this one and this one, buy one, get one 50% off, whichever one is less expensive. All right, thanks everybody for stopping by. We're gonna see who's on before we sign off so we can say hello. We've got Sue. Hi, Sue. Hope you're having a good day. All right, we'll see everybody soon. Bye-bye.